channel Adhitya कहते हैं, and here we bridge knowledge to success. And so, in this episode, we are going to talk about the 4 things that stop you from doing anything that can give you instant success. Something very risky, something challenging, or something that requires you to dare to do something which has high yields but is risky. That is the 4 things that stop you from doing this are excusitis, and it is a disease of fear. So in this episode, we are going to talk about these 4 symptoms of this disease, and it is going to be a very interesting episode. So stay tuned till the end. So my friends, we were going to talk about the fear disease excusitis, and it has 4 main symptoms. So the first one we are going to talk about is the fear of thinking that you're old or too young to do something. See, mainly people think that, I am too young for this job, I am handling too many big people and I'm not up for it. Most people think like that, but you do not have to think like this, because you are a young person and you have a lot of productivity, and you are more you are much able, and you can do everything fast. So that's a very good thing. So do not fear to do anything which you think is bigger than you, or you think something it is a very big fear. Don't think like that, because you are young, you can do anything. Don't think that you have to have more experience or do something like that. When you are young, you can take a lot of risks, you can do anything, because you do not have any major responsibilities like your parents have, or somebody big, somebody who is old. They do not have too much responsibilities on their face, so they have to keep everything in check, and then they can move forward. But you are a free person, you can roam around like a lion in the jungle. So just do everything with your heart and passion, nothing else. Do not be feared by do not fear this thing that you're too young to do something. You have the power, and I know that you can do it if you just put your heart in it. And secondly, old people think that they are too old to do something, or they are not too fast, or they cannot do something like that. But don't think it's not like that. The productive age of a human starts from the age of 20, and if a person has his heart or soul in the job and does the job with passion, he can continue to do the job with such effectiveness till 80 or 90. If a person wants to work with all his heart, goes to work with all his heart, he can work all fine till 70, and then he can retire. Of course, many people at the age of 50 are afraid of doing something risky or something like that. Many people at the age of 50 are resigned from doing any risky or challenging thing, and they just do their job and do not take any risk or challenge. So don't be afraid of all this old age and all these things. You have a productive age. Suppose you are 40 years, you have the age of 40, and then you have suppose a lot of 30 years of more of productive age in front of you. So don't be afraid of taking any challenge or any risk, because you have a lot of years coming, you have a lot of years ahead. So don't be afraid of being old or too young. It is a major thing. Now the second thing is, mainly a lot of people think that they do not have enough brains to do something. They are not intelligent or something like that to do a thing. It is not about the brain. it is not about the knowledge. See, like Henry Ford was a person, like some news reporter asked him, hello, so sir, I have a question about this, some general knowledge question he asked. And Henry Ford said, I do not know the question, like answer of the question, but I sure can find the person who knows all these answers in 5 minutes of time. So he said like that. See, isn't it interesting? See, if you have an IQ level of 100, the thinking matters. See, the thinking behind the knowledge you have matters. See, if you're a person of 100 IQ but you have a very good thinking, and you are a very, like you have a very good thinking, then you can do you can do better than a person who has a IQ of 120. See, all that matters is the thinking behind your knowledge. See, you do not want to, you do not have to know everything that you can just open by like just doing a Google. You have to have a very good thinking, so never be afraid of that. It is a Many people fall behind this, like fall before this fear, and you should not do this, because it is a very minor fear if you think of it, but just people make it a very big thing. So just don't be afraid of that. You have a lot of brains, just put the right thinking behind it. The right force will make you the best. So let's now talk about the third fear disease that most people face. The third fear disease the most people face are like heart, like something like that. See, some issue, health issue. Some people think that they have health issue. Some person has backbone issue or something like that, so he cannot pursue his passion. See, some person has a passion of doing hiking, suppose, and he wants to become a mountaineer or something like that, but he has some heart, like backbone issues or something like that. It is not a big thing if you just think about that thing. Suppose many people, what they do, they think about, I have this heart ailment, and they just think about it, and they build up the, like if you think about it a lot and you just like fall before it, then it will become a real heart ailment, and it will become a real problem. If you just think that it is a very big problem, it is a very big problem, actually it is this much, but then it becomes this much. See, many people have minor, like in this times of pandemic, many people have minor throat issues, and they think it is coronavirus, so many people just become afraid of that and sitting at their home. So don't be afraid of this. If you have health issues, check with one doctor, second doctor, third doctor. If they say nothing, then don't make it like a very big thing, because it is not like actually one big thing. You have to just, like you don't think about it much. So third, most people think that they do not have luck with them at their side. See, luck is not something that you have to make your own luck. This is a favorite quote I have, and I have a story for this quote. See, my grandmother was like, she was born in 1943, like 5, and she is now like about 81 years old. And when she was young, she was about my age, and she used to go to school. Many people at that time, many girls were not allowed to go to schools, because it was a very big thing that only boys go to school and like girls have to sit at their home. But their aunt and uncle, my grandma's aunt and uncle, did not allow them to study. But what they did, they made their own luck. They sat at the night, like in midnight, and like wrote and did their homework or studies under the lamp, and they did with all their hard work. They were not allowed to like move out of their home. They were just allowed luckily to go to school, and they did the studies like under the eyes of their parents, like uncle and aunt. And so it was a very big thing. They faced many issues to do studies, but they made their own luck. And now my grandmother is very big, and she is very intelligent also. And see, every big person has a very rough beginning, so you have to make you have to make your own luck. So never believe in that thing that I do not have luck by my side. This is a major drawback, and like many people think that, see, suppose you're trying to do a startup. So many people think that the market condition is not like that, that is not like that. They just think and think and think, and they never address the issue. They just like they fall behind, like fall before that issue. So never think that you do not have luck. You have to make your own luck. So remember all these four things. These four things can stop you from doing many things, many very big things, many risky things, or do some like very big things. So never fall behind these things. So thank you for staying tuned till the end. Well, let's see you. I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.